Hello students, welcome all of you. Today we will start our geography 6th chapter Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Let's start the chapter with a story of Salima. Salima was excited about the summer camp she was attending. She had gone to visit Manali in Himachal Pradesh along with her classmates. She recalled how surprised she was to see the changes in the landform and natural vegetation. As the birds climbed higher and higher, the deep jungles of the foothill comprising sal and teak trees disappeared, and she could see tall trees with thin pointed leaves and cone shaped canopies on the mountain slopes. She learned that those were coniferous trees. She noticed blooms of bright flower on tall trees. And when she noticed these flowers, she felt that these were the rhododendrons. From Manali, as she was traveling up to Rohtang Pass, she saw that the land was covered with short grass and snow in some places. So, students, from Salima's observation, we summarize that there is a close relationship between height of land and the characters of vegetation. Because when Salimas was climbing higher to higher, she felt that the type of vegetation were changing. With the change in height, the climate changed and the changes natural vegetation. The growth of vegetation depend on the temperature and moisture. Okay, so it also depends on factor like slope and thickness of soils. The type of thickness of natural vegetation varies from place to place because of the variation of these factors. So, natural vegetation is generally classified into three broad categories. So, we will discuss about these categories. So, first of all, we will discuss what is natural vegetation. So, students, natural vegetation refer to the garment of plants and trees that exist in the area before it is modified by man for activities such as farming, mining, lumbering, and industrial, economic, and urban development. We need natural vegetation because it helps us humans and animals people use natural vegetation for food, building material, etc. Animals such as herbivores use it for food. That's why you can understand that natural vegetation is very important for all of us. It is a source of food for us, for human beings. It is a source of oxygen. So that's why we are learning this. Natural vegetation is a type of, you can include all the types of plant and trees and grasses of a particular area, and these will be called the natural vegetation of a particular area. Okay, so there are, we can divide these natural vegetation into three parts. These are grasslands, forest, and shrub. Okay, so in a particular area you will find three type of natural vegetation: grasslands, forest, and shrubs. So now let's discuss about these in detail. First of all, we will discuss about forest, which grows where temperature and rainfall are plentiful to support a tree cover. Depending upon these forests, dense and upon forest are grown. Okay, so forest grows in that areas where temperature and rainfall are plentiful to support a tree cover. Okay, so it's depending upon these factors, dense and upon forest are grown. Next was grassland. Grasslands which grow in the region of moderate rain. These are the grasslands. And shrubs. Thorny shrubs and scrubs grow in the dry region. Okay. So student Salima was sharing her experience of Himalayan trips with her father. Her father visited various places in the world. So he told Salima about the observation of the variety of vegetation in different parts of different continents. He mentioned about coniferous forest in the subpolar region, thorny bushes in the desert. Okay, you can see that what his father was saying, that the coniferous thorny bushes in the desert, and thick tropical hardwood forest in the humid region, and many more. Salima realized the Himalayas have almost all variety of vegetation which one can see while moving from the equator to the polar region. The changes in the type of natural vegetation occur mainly because of the changes of climate condition. Okay, this is the main point. The changes in the type of natural vegetation occur mainly because of the changes of the climate condition. Okay, when the climate condition change, if the climate condition change, then the type of vegetation will definitely change. Means in a hot place, in a hot and humid place, the vegetation will be different, and in the forest areas the vegetation is different, but in the desert area the vegetation is different. So because the climate is different, the soil is different, let us get to know the different type of natural vegetation of the world with their characteristic feature and wildlife inhabiting there. So let's talk about this important point, students. Do you know the tropical evergreen forest in Brazil is so enormous that it is like the lungs of the earth? Can you tell why it is called the lungs of the earth? Because it provides most of the oxygen to the world. That's why it is called the lungs of the world. So now we will read about the types of the forest. Okay, so students, there are lots of types of the forest, and we have discussed that the main type of the forest already, as we have discussed the type of the forest. So tropical deciduous forest, tropical evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, temperate evergreen forest, coniferous forest, and Mediterranean vegetation. So now we will learn these forests one by one in detail. So first of all, we will discuss tropical evergreen forest. These forests are also called tropical rainforest, and you can see in figure 6.3, this type of forest are known as the tropical evergreen forest. Okay, this is the picture here. You can see this picture in your in your book also. So these are the tropical evergreen forest. These forests are also called tropical rainforest, and these thick forests occur in the region near the equator and close to the tropic. Okay, तो वहीं पे ही होते हैं ये जो इक्वेटर के पास वाले रीजन होते हैं. These regions are hot and receive heavy rainfall throughout the year, and as there is no particular dry season, the trees do not shade their leaves together. This is the reason they are called evergreen. So why they called evergreen? Because the trees do not shade their leaves together. That's why they are called evergreen. And the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the forest even in the daytime. Okay, during the daytime also the sunlight do not enter in these forests, and here and it's feel like night in these forests during the daytime also. Okay, so the thick canopies of the closely spaced trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the forest even in the daytime. And hardwood trees, which type of hardwood trees grow there? Hardwood trees like rosewood, inobi, mahogany, and are common here. These trees grow in this tropical evergreen forest. Okay, second type of forest is tropical deciduous forest. Tropical deciduous are the monsoon forest found in large part of the India. So these type of forest are found in the large part of the India. These are the monsoon forest, and these are found in the India. With India, it's also present in North Australia and in Central America. You can see the figure 6.4 here. These are the tropical deciduous forest picture. Okay, so these are present in India, okay, and also North Australia and in Central America also. These regions experience seasonal changes. So these trees shed their leaves in the dry season. Dry season में पूरे पेड़ ही अपने पत्ते झाड़ देते हैं. Not like in the evergreen forest. In evergreen forest, trees do not shed their leaves together, but in tropical forest, trees shed their leaves in the dry season to conserve water. The hardwood trees found in these forests are sal, teak, neem, and shisham. Hardwood trees are extremely useful for making furniture, transport, and constructional material. So main animal found in these region are tiger, lion, elephant, langur, monkeys are the common animal. Okay, these are the common animal. Here you can see the picture of these animals also. Elephant, a golden langur, and tigers also. Now let's discuss about the temperate evergreen forest. The temperate evergreen forests are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal region. They are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continents. Example in southeast USA, South China and southeast Brazil. They comprise both hard and softwood trees like oak, pine, eucalyptus, etc. In temperate evergreen forest, you can see this is the picture of temperate evergreen forest. In temperate evergreen forest, they are located in mid-latitude coastal region and they are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continent. Example in southeast USA, South China and in southeast Brazil. They comprise both hard and softwood trees like oak, pine and eucalyptus, etc. So next is temperate deciduous forest. As we go towards higher latitude, there are more temperate deciduous forests. These are found in the northeastern part of USA, China, New Zealand, Chile, and also found in the coastal region of Western Europe. They shed their leaves in the dry season. The common trees are oak, ash, beech, etc. So which animals are commonly found in these areas are deer, foxes, wolves are the animals commonly found. Bird like pheasants, monarchs are also found here. These are the picture of pheasants and monarchs. So these type of birds are found there in temperate deciduous forest. Okay, so as temperate deciduous forests are found in the higher latitude and there are more temperate deciduous forests, these are found in northern eastern part of USA, China, New Zealand and Chile. Okay, now let's discuss about the Mediterranean vegetation. Mediterranean vegetation, student, you have learned that most of the east and northeast margins of the continents are covered by temperate evergreen and deciduous trees. The west and southwest margins of the continents are different. They have Mediterranean vegetation. It is mostly found in the area around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa and Asia. Hence the name. This kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in California in the USA, Southwest Africa and southwestern part of the South Australia. These regions are marked for hot dry summer and mild rainy winters. Citrus fruits such as orange, figs, olives and grapes are commonly cultivated here. Because people have removed the natural vegetation in order to cultivate what they want to their life here in these areas. Students, do you know Mediterranean trees adapt themselves to dry summers with the help of their thick barks and wax coated leaves, which help them reduce transpiration. Mediterranean regions are known as orchard of the world for their fruit cultivation. Okay, students, Mediterranean trees adapt themselves dry summers. What they did, they they started growing a thick bark and wax coated leaves. तो उससे क्या होता है, इट हेल्प देम रिड्यूस ट्रांसपीरेशन. उससे इनके अंदर का पानी जो होता है वो कम जो है वो इवेपोरेट होता है. एंड दे सेव द वाटर ऑल्सो एंड दे इट हेल्प देम टू प्रिवेंट रिड्यूस ट्रांसपीरेशन. एंड मेडिटेरेनियन रीजन आर नोन एज orchard of the world for their fruit cultivation because lots of the fruits are cultivated in these area. That's why they are also known as the orchard of the world. Okay, so basically USA, Southwest Africa, and southwestern or part of the America and Southwest Australia, these regions are marked for hot dry summer and mild rainy winters. Citrus food grows in these areas. Okay, and orange, fig, olives, and grapes are commonly cultivated in these orchards. That's why they are called orchard of the world. Okay, students, look around in your surrounding and find out the articles made of hardwood and softwood. Find out and learn the name of few trees in your locality also. You can write it in your notebook also.